G'day! In today's video I'm going to do a battery swap in a ZTE phone, also known as the Telstra 4GX Plus, which has now been out for quite some time. And the reason why I'm swapping the battery over is if we have a look at this one, you definitely see a bit of difference. Bit of bloat going on there. And to do this, it's relatively straightforward on this model. It should have been more straightforward than it is, but anyway, that's another story. So what we're going to have to use is a small Phillips head screwdriver and start going crazy on all the Phillips head screws that are in here. So this battery here was originally originally made in May 2016. So these are fairly old phones now. Except some people still use them, so there's still a demand for them to be repaired. So anyway, I've usually been able to get second-hand parts for anything that's got Telstra or the other major carrier in Australia, Optus, is usually by salvaging an older or broken one of the exact same model. That's exactly what's going on here. So due to the battery bloat, I'll be replacing it with just another second-hand battery. But at least then, the older couple that do use this as emergency phone will at least have a phone that's probably not going to explode in their back pocket. Which I definitely would not be trusting this phone. You're probably hearing some vibration. That's a CD-ROM beside me that's kicked up a gear. Currently installing Windows 7 for some older software. And I can tell by how this plastic is coming up right now that this battery is cactused. There we go, just launching some screws around the workplace. Have a look at that. That compared to that. Nice battery bloat going on there. So now with that removed, everything's still connected. Yes, we're looking good. It's a matter of just reinstalling the battery in the exact same spot, connecting it up, lining it up like so. And let's reverse the steps. So this clips on. This phone's going to be considerably safer due to that expanded battery, which was getting held down by a sheet of aluminium pushing into the back of the mainboard. So fairly poor design there. So trying to either try and cheap out on the battery by protecting it that way. It's weird that it's in its own little shell, which shouldn't really be necessary. This battery is produced in a similar year. This one's September 2016 as opposed to May 2016. So slightly younger, but for what they use it for, it's going to be perfectly fine. Especially when the main complaint with this one wasn't the battery life, it was the fact that the phone was bulging. Yeah, these are the Telstra 4GX Plus. Personally, I almost consider them as e-waste from day one. Yeah, if I go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. 7, mainly due to the fact that they're produced extremely cheaply from extremely low quality parts. The charger in there I'd consider bin worthy. I wouldn't even really use it unless you had to. But typically the people that are buying them are people that are on a budget, and thus the budget phone market exists. Anyway, the last bit here slips over, pushes down, and I should maybe be able to turn it on. I'll need to charge that battery, but that will do for today. That's how to replace the battery in the Telstra 4GX Plus. Catches.